Hey, Mike Callahan back here with Callahan's Corner, where you ask the questions and myself and the Simple Growth team answer your questions live on Facebook daily. So as we're diving into this, one of the questions submitted was, is using a premium online measuring service worth the money? And what's the difference between using something like findlotsize.com or Google Earth versus a paid online measuring subscription? So the one I'm going to show you is actually inside Service Autopilot. They call it Maps Pro. In addition to that, I'm going to lay down some of the foundations. If you can't measure the property online, a workflow process, we highly recommend using either on your phone or tablet as you're walking around the property, be able to plug different variables in. And then when you pull up the estimate, whether it's live on site, your mobile or laptop, or in the office, it automatically calculates a price, budget, time, and cost before profit. So if you're joining me live, feel free to drop any questions or comments on the specific topic or following topics you're trying to drive into that you have questions around your lawn care or home cleaning business. But without any further delay, I'm going to open up the screen and kind of show you the preferred workflow and some of the tips and tricks that we use and have been using for probably 8 to 10 years now in my lawn care business. And then when we evolved into Service Autopilot, we adopted Maps Pro. Originally, we did not use the product, to be full transparency here. Wasn't really thinking that the extra money was worth it. But once I show you some of the things here that can be accomplished, the few dollars a month for this premium mapping service or another premium mapping service that may tie into your CRM, your customer relationship management software, is well worth the money, in my opinion, just in workflow and being able to have all that data at your hand. So what's up, Rohan? What about snow removal? Buddy, it is snowing like crazy out the window right here in upstate New York. But I will give you a quick breakdown how we tackle this in snow removal as well if you want. So no worries. So right now we're going in. This is actually Service Autopilot. I'm going to suck this down here, and I'm going to give you a lawn care example, a snow removal example for Rohan, as well as a home cleaning example if I have some time. If not, I'll make a separate video how to actually do this for home cleaning when you're on site or creating a workflow to gather the information you need on the phone. So first thing we're doing here is we're going into the More tab, and we're going to go in and pull up property measurements. This product in the Service Autopilot is called Maps Pro. Most people are unaware of some of the things that you can actually do with this. So we're going to grab the satellite version here, and I'm going to go in and measure the lawn area first. And then for Rohan, I'm going to pull up some snow removal numbers as well and do that all on the same estimate, so we have a proof of concept. So obviously for the live video, I'm not being real detailed, but within a couple hundred square feet, this comes out in the wash. I wouldn't worry about being dead nuts to the exact square foot. So once we double click, that closes the area. Next step is to go up to the far left area here and label this. So I'm going to call this turf area, and I'm actually going to color code it here and make it green. So now every time I pull this property up, I know that this is the area that we're servicing for the lawn mowing, the fertilizing, aeration, and overseeing, whatever those areas are. Then we can go in, fix that spelling error there. I'm going to add in an area, and let's just say fictitiously there was a pool in this backyard. So I'm going to add in an area for maybe an in-ground pool. But where I'm going with this is the software. Once again, you want to label it color-wise and put pool. I'm able to now add or subtract this area from the square footage I'm servicing. So if you're doing commercial parking lots for plowing or commercial properties where there's different islands or different areas, we can add them all up or subtract these areas with some area. And I'm going to show you how to actually take this screenshot of this and put it in your system so the crews will have an idea of exactly what they're servicing without being reliant on the estimator or the office. So next thing is someone asked there for driveway. So I'm going to put snowplow area in here. And I'm going to go in, if this was residential plowing, I'm going to go in and measure that plowing area. Same idea, if we're doing commercial plowing, we can measure the sidewalks for the shoveling and salting. So this will work in just about any service area that we measure outside of the building. Mosquito control, pest control, perimeter pest, if that's based on the linear foot. So we can go in and measure linear feet as well. So I'm going to also, same thing, measure this area here and label it in this black color here so we can see it. Last thing is here is if I really zoom in on most properties, I can get a pretty good idea of the landscape beds as well. So I'm not going to waste time joggling the position around here and showing you exactly what it looks like. But as you do it, you can go in and get a really good idea of what you're doing. So you can actually measure that out. as well as right in here, we can pull in the little person and drag them out here and get a street side view as well. So we know exactly what we're looking at from the satellite, and we can dial in and zoom right in as well. So that's another tool that we can look at there. For a moment of time in this live video, I'm not going to do that, but now we've got this house here labeled out pretty good. So what we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do is go in and grab the pool area and put a negative in there. Snow area, I'm going to knock over here on the left to a 0. And the beds, I'm just going to delete for time purpose. So now we've got the square footage of 9,000 square feet minus the pool of 686 up in the left-hand corner here, as you can see my mouse. And then what we're doing is we're going in under custom fields I've set up, and we'd scroll down. You probably never have this many. This is a test account I've got. But I'm going in and labeling turf square footage. So you can see it right there. Turf square footage, 8,300 square feet. So I'm going to hit save. So now every time we go to do an estimate based on turf square footage, that price, budget, time, and cost is going to come up. And then let's zero out the pool and zero out the turf square footage. And for Rohan or anybody else watching and plowing, we've got the area in the black labeled. And we're going to go in and select that for pavement to be plowed and hit save. Next tip and trick is if you've got a screenshot tool similar to Jing or Snagit, is we can go in and capture this area and take a quick screenshot. And then what I'm going to do is swing this over so you can actually see it on the other screen. So we've got that there. And I'm just going to pull up my other screen so I can see the rest of the comments. I want to say what's up to David Long as well. So now that we've got this screenshot of this property, what I want to do is go into File and Save As. But right now, maybe while we're doing this, we want to add some functionality to this. So we could draw some arrows. So maybe this arrow here is where the irrigation box is, or for the overflow. Or maybe we want to make a quick comment here of don't blow grass in pool, whatever that is. But you can make property specific notes. Once you're done there, we go in File, hit Save As. And I'm just going to put test here, save. And then what we can do is take this image right out of Maps Pro and put it in the mobiles for the crews out in the field. So every time we pull this property up now, once we hit save, this is going to pull up every single time somebody in your office pulls this up. So we have complete view of what's being serviced, what's been measured. We're going to scroll down to the bottom and add an attached file. And I can attach that file of the shot, and the teams can attach mobile pictures as well. But the whole idea is now the team, when they have their mobile, if there's any questions, can pull up this picture and see exactly what they're supposed to be doing and not be doing. So this works great for lawn care as well as snow removal. So we can make a diagram for our snow removal accounts where we're stacking, where we're removing, maybe where the sewer grades are, whatever that is. That is that knowledge silo that's in your head, the estimator's head, and we've now spread it across the organization. So that's one of the other benefits of Maps Pro. So what happens if you have a lot of woods in your area and you can't measure the property online? Well, obviously, we're going to probably want to go there in person to measure. The solution to this is going in under Auto Assist is what we built out as a thing called an on-site estimate form. This is going to load in. All the information we already have in the client is loaded in here, and fictitiously, we're walking around right now on our mobile and pulling this form up. So if we couldn't measure it online, we could put the lawn square footage, linear length of landscape bed. Let's say the bed is 500 square feet long, or 500 linear feet long for bed edging. Landscape bed's 1,000 square feet. And maybe we're measuring small, medium, large shrubs. Maybe there's 10 large, 15 medium, 3 small. And then we're going into hedgerows with or without a ladder in 10 linear foot sections. So let's say there's 2 10-foot sections with a ladder, and there's 0 without a ladder. And I'm going to make some notes in here. So if I just typed in does not include shrubs on east lot line, that right there is going to automatically merge into the estimate, no double entries. So not seeing second screen. Let's see if this there we go. If anybody's still watching live, is that showing now? Is that Is that better? So this is the on-site estimate form here. So basically what we're doing here is measuring the areas as we go up in our mobile to measure it. So we put in the linear length of bed, square footage of bed, the number of shrubs, medium, small, and large shrubs, and made property-specific notes as well. And then in addition, we're going to go down and hit submit. In case the video or your screen kind of froze up on that, before that, we went into more property measurements and measured the property. And now once we save them as property measurements, the beautiful thing is these measurements that we've already done come up each and every time that we've seen it, and we've gone in and added and labeled them all, color coded and hit save, and we save the exact custom fields. And we can manipulate the areas that we're measuring by a plus or minus system by just clicking on them. And then finally, we took a screenshot of this area, labeled it, and then attached it to the bottom portion here so we could actually see the on-site picture. So hopefully the screen refreshed now, everything's good in this live video, but the idea is going into Maps Pro, we're going to measure the property, color code it, label it, save the custom fields. If we can't see it online, we pull up our on-site mobile form and enter in the data. Final step, we're going in and hit adding an estimate. And once this loads, we're going in and grabbing a predefined template. And we're going to go in and do our 2019 lawn care leads. Obviously now it's 2020, so that needs to be refreshed. But the idea is the 8,300 square feet for the turf square footage automatically populated. In this fictitious account, it said it was charging $30 based at 0.4 man hours, and it cost of $14.76 before profit. What we've done is we've created some subcategories below this to manage drive time. So if I put the number 1 in here, it would calculate the average drive time for that area and add an extra $8.09. So all the consumer is going to see is lawn mowing for $38.09. I know internally it's going to cost us 0.56 hours and $20.67 before profit. I'm going to hit draft to quote. Anything in draft the clients will not see. And then as I scroll down, I've built fertilizing prices for that specific measurement as well. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just show you the shrub pruning and the plowing. So I'm going to hit quote to the shrub pruning that calculated small, medium, and large shrubs and hedgerows. All the consumers is going to see is $320, but we've gone in and been able to figure that out, and I'm adding drive time for that same postal code. In addition, by default, we added in disposal fee. Now, disposal fee was something that the estimators, when we delegated it, always forgot to do it. So we have defaulted it in. Rohan's asking, how does this work for cleaning? I'm going to make a second video for that, Rohan, later today, but it's going to be based off home square footage, how many pets, how many people living in the house, and some other factors as well. And that's going to go in your weekly, bi-weekly, top to bottom clean, deep clean, after construction, whatever that cleaning is. But for this lawn care example, you can kind of see how this would play into a cleaning scenario as well. So as we're going in now, we've got the $389 the customer's going to see. And then the final thing is our residential plowing. So somebody asked about that. I'm going to hit quote here. Based on the 908 square feet, we're charging $250. And it's going to spit out the contract for you. So we're going to hit save. We're going to scroll up and email it. A pre-templated email is in here. And then we're going to go in and email this out. And then before I end the video here, I'm going to show you. So the pre-templated email comes in. It's got clickable links loaded in. So I'm going to hit send. And then I'm going to hop over to my email on the other screen and pull this over once this is over here. But the idea is it's a template that loads or pre-built marketing content for consistency. And then it's kind of set it, forget it. But if you wanted to add additional customized verbiage to it, you could. And I'm just hopping over my other screen here to grab the email. So the other email as it comes in here now is right here. So it's the same exact email. We've got some clickable buttons and a thing called a lead letter. And these are the 5 or 6 reasons why we're different. We included some customer testimonials on the bottom. There's also a printable PDF. So the final part is we go in to click the view proposal. I'm your new client potentially at this point. And this is the estimate. Now this can be displayed multiple ways. This is a boilerplate example, but we've got lawn mowing with all the service details underneath it and the price per cut. Consumer has no idea we're charging driving time extra. And then we've got a video that plays live inside the estimate itself. So that's one thing that I'd recommend, including what's included, not including the service, and overcome any of those sales or price objections. Shrub pruning, consumer has no idea. We broke it down per size of shrub, $3.98, and the notes from our mobile on site loaded in. Now, for snow removal, I would recommend best practice just putting the price and adding the contract verbiage below. But in this example, we included the contractual verbiage right in the actual contract. But the $250 loaded in based on the square footage. And we've got invoice details, general contract terms, 9 more videos outlining our main core services. If you're in upstate New York and need MSD labels and different pesticide notifications, this will scratch that itch by the state. Once you go down, we can go and click to sign. The consumer can sign electronically with their mouse, type their name in, and hit accept proposal. Final part of this is once they've accepted this, the cool thing is once we go into Service Autopilot, this can be a legally binding agreement because we're capturing the electronic signature and time and stamp IP address. In addition, within about a minute, your new consumer is getting an automated email letting them know that we've acknowledged they've accepted the services and we're going to schedule them for them. When we go into open estimates here and the one we just won today, I'm going to have a time and date stamped IP address on the top of the actual estimate on only the services they've accepted. So right here, I got signature information under attachments. I click the PDF, and if I haven't moved too fast, there it is. We've got the exact estimate that they have accepted. And on the bottom, an electronic signature for collections and acceptance. So comments and questions, drop them below. But that is the importance of Maps Pro or online premium measuring and an on-site estimate form and the workflow, literally from after capturing that lead to creating the production rate data, creating the estimate, sending the proposal, and acceptance, and an automated email afterwards acknowledging the consumer's acceptance. So you have questions, you ask them, I answer them. Callahan's Corner. We'll see you again tomorrow.